Hello everybody and welcome. Today we see if we can progress to the second round of the FA Cup for the first time ever in the club's history. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode 20 of To Be a Legend, FM 26 style, as we start the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, for FM 26. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, as mentioned, we have an FA Cup first round tie against Wealdstone at Wealdstone, and looking to get further than we've ever been as a club before. And that is the second round of the FA Cup proper. Can we get to the third round? The big boys, big money and all the rest of it. We'll have to wait and see. Let's get past this stage first. And then we have a very tough match in the National League against Newport County. But more about that in just a moment. Let's have a quick look and see how we've been doing since you were last with us. Last time you were with us, we had 2 wins on the trot. We managed to get to this first round of the FA Cup by beating Hemel Hempstead 4-0, and then a 2-0 win against Eastleigh. Luke Enright and Paul Doyle, the scorers in that one. Since then, Maidenhead United have managed to get another 4-0 win. Clean sheet again. Fraser Harper scoring 2. Matthew Whittingham also scoring 2. 4-0 win. And then Accrington Stanley, who played a flat back 3, and we always have trouble against a flat back 3. We matched them up actually in this game and managed to get a 0-0 draw. Clean sheet again. And we haven't lost. So we haven't lost in 6 games, which is very, very good. We want to make it 7 today. Last time we played Wealdstone, albeit at our place, we did beat them by 8-2. Now, this formation, I think, is wrong on here. Something's happened in the latest update. I think we played with a flat back 3, to be fair, and matched them up that way, because they do play with a flat back 3. Yeah, so something's gone. Something's gone wrong here. But we, I think, are going to stick to our usual formation today. Fingers crossed we don't come unstuck against them. As I say, we do struggle against flat back 3s. So let's hope that doesn't sort of cause us any problems today. The table looks like this, having played all that. So York City have a game in hand, I notice. Newport County, our second opponents of the episode, they are up in 5th place on 28 points, 1-8. Drawn 4, lost 3. There are 3 losses against York, Braintree and Altrincham. So that's where we are at. And we are currently down in 9th on 23 points. Rochdale lead the pack on 34, closely followed by Hartlepool on 33. Wealdstone, our first opponents of the day, are on the bottom of the table, 5 points. They have won 1 game in their last 5, though. So that is news. Right, without any more to do, let's get on with the FA Cup. First round. Can we get through to the second round? We're about to find out. And here is the side that faces Wealdstone in this FA Cup first round tie. And it's a familiar side. We have got a couple of changes, mainly because of injury. Thompson is in goal. McFadden comes in for Robinson, who is injured. He picked up, I think it was a groin strain. Is out. Recovery from a groin strain. It was, yes, a groin strain. And he is not available. So he's out. Crooks, Byrne and Shackelford making up the rest of the defensive line. Doyle and Glendon in that midfield. Whittingham, Harper and Green across the attacking midfield. Enright continues to lead the attack up front. And his form of late has kept Danny Elliott from getting into the side to make his starting debut, but I'm sure he will do in due course. The bench then today is Wright, Park, Thornley, Partington, Raleigh, Huntley, Taylor, Greenfield and Elliott. Of course, we have 9 because it's the FA Cup. And here we are at Wealdstone. They are playing a flat back 3, so we're going to have to be careful as I say, don't seem to play well against flat back threes. And against Accrington, we had to deploy a flat back three as well. We're playing in our black shirts today with the white sash. Wealdstone playing in blue with white pinstripes, I think. Enright gets us underway. McFadden, Whittingham to McFadden, and it's gone out. Throw in on this near side. Brindley with the throw in, gives it straight to Harper. Harper to Glendon. Doyle, Whittingham through to Green, and Green, well, I'm not sure what he was doing. We have corner. Glendon with the corner. He's not very efficient. Usually near post, and we need to have a look at our set piece setup, because I think there's something quite wrong with that. Glendon always gets it, and it always gets headed away. Burn! Daisy cutter, and Baptiste was nearly caught out. I had to put it wide. 1 minute of added time at the end of that first half. Nothing coming of it. And we've had chances. We just not put them away. 12 shots, 6 on target. 56% of the possession, a .77. I think Wealdstone will be happy with that half. Didn't have much of it, but obviously their defensive line hasn't let us through as yet. Certainly not going to be the 8-2 scoreline that we had in the game that we played at Stainton Park. And Wealdstone gets underway in the second half. No changes that I'm aware of. Somewhat limited of highlights as we hit 65 minutes. And, well, we're not finding a way through, and they're being very, very blocky. Need to be looking. McFadden isn't doing it on that left side, but there's not much we can do, really. We could take McFadden off. Mind you, Deverne Green hasn't been playing particularly well either. And we are limited with what we've got available to us. Harper. Do we push him forward? We may well do, actually. Let's go in possession. And we'll push Harper forward, because he can play as an attacker. Play him as a deep line forward. Whittingham is over this side. And I'm just wondering, Whittingham can drop down into the... I'm going to change him to an inside winger. Creative threat, and just change it up a little bit. I think Green can also play as an inside winger. So if we do inside winger that side, inside forward on the left, just looking to change it up slightly. Do we make any changes as yet? Deverne Green is the only one. We'll give him another 5 minutes or so. Danny Elliott can play out there. Do we bring Danny Elliott on for now? Let's bring Danny Elliott on out there. He can play, or prefers to play, as an inside forward. So we're going to change it about again. Whittingham this time. It's going to be the inside winger on the other side. Right. Harper's gone up front, out of possession. I think we might just change it up and do this, because... yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Just to see if we can change it just enough to get something out of this. Want you to go out and score a winning goal. Giving it to Danny Elliott. Let's go and see if he can do. Fadden heads it away. Whittingham didn't get there, and Thompson will collect. Rolled out to McFadden. McFadden finds Whittingham. Whittingham to Enright. Enright, who's got a co-player up there, and it's in the back of the net. Fraser Harper. That change seems to have worked, and we've got the lead. Been patient. Enright, the supplier, he's gone out wide, looked up, got into the area, pulled it back, and Harper, between the defender and the goalkeeper, plants it in the back of the net. Arnott with a throw into Whittingham. Enright, Whittingham pulls it back for Enright, and it's number 2, and it's that man Fraser Harper again. And all of a sudden, he's got a brace, and that change has worked. Seemed to be a bit more creative, a little bit of luck there, but that man Enright supplying again. He's not got the assist, but it really was his assist. And with 80 minutes on the clock, we're going to make a couple more changes. Whittingham is going to drop back for McFadden, and we're going to take McFadden off and bring on Taylor on the left side. Now, he can play as an inside winger. That's all right. We'll leave him as an inside winger. We'll leave it pretty much as it is. We don't want too much changes. We seem to have gone up a gear since we made those changes, and that's good news. Danny Elliott's come on, and he's enjoying himself up there. Trust you to go make a difference. Glendon. Shackelford comes forward, drops his shoulder, but his cross was somewhat wayward. Nakamara. And Nakamara. Not to block him off. Danger ensues. And Arnott gets one back, beating Max Thompson. And, well, could be squeaky bum time. And it was McFadden just walked straight past him. Good job we're taking him off. Arnott, the goal scorer. Baptiste. I need to get control of this ball. Shackelford. Elliott crosses wide, looking for Enright. Didn't find him, but Whittingham is there. Can we restore this 2-goal lead? No, just wide. And this time it was Fraser Harper putting it wide. And it's a goal kick. 89 minutes on the clock. We're going to go to a balanced mentality. We want to hang on to this lead now if we can. We've had absolutely a mountain of shots and a mountain of chances. Just not put them away. Should be far away ahead of this and not have to worry at all. 5 minutes of added time. It's coming to an end. And we have got a second round. We've gone further in the FA Cup than ever before. 60% of the possession. 28 shots. 14 of which were on target. I mean, should have been at least 3 goals. 2.89 on the old XG. They'd have 40% of the possession. 6 shots, 4 on target. 0.54 on the XG. As you see, we really controlled that match, but really should have had a far bigger and better scoreline. Well, back to winning ways in the FA Cup. We are through to the second round of the draw to come up imminently. We'll keep you posted as to that. And of course, we have Championship. No, we must have League 1 and League 2 sides in here at the moment. Of course, Championship and Premier League don't join us until the third round. So one more round to go. And, well, we need to see what we can do. Newport County are next up. We have 6 days down to that game. Come back just ahead of that with any team news. Well, you come back and join me. No news. Robinson isn't fit. It's about 3 days off, so he will be available for the next game against Sutton United. But he will be missing from today's game against Newport County. But I can tell you that our prize for winning against Wealdstone in the first round of the FA Cup is we face a second League 2 Fleetwood in the second round with a chance to play big boys in the third round. That's coming up in a future episode, so we look forward to that. Newport County are our opponents today then in the National League. As we said, Newport County currently in 5th place in the league. We are in 10th on 23. Can we go and get a win against the big boys? National League match day 16. Newport County are our opponents, and it's an unchanged side from the side that won in the I say the FA Cup. I think it was the FA Cup actually, but also the side that last played against Accrington Stanley. It's Thompson in goal, McFadden, Crooks, Byrne and Shackelford across the defensive line. Doyle and Glendon in midfield. Whittingham, Harper and Green are the attacking midfield, with Enright still leading the attack up front. I've had some complaints. Now, bearing in mind I'm playing him as a centre forward, had some complaints from Mark Robbins, the manager of Stoke, saying, why are you not playing him as a centre forward? I think you find I've played him as a centre forward. There's obviously a bug there. So if you're watching SI, sort it. The bench looking like this. It's Wright, Park, Riley, Partington, Taylor, Huntley and Danny Elliott. Well, it's back to Stainton Park, playing our usual formation 4-2-3-1 today, as we did in the FA Cup. They are playing a 4-2-3-1 as well, making 6 changes from their FA Cup exploits. They're currently in 5th. As the teams come out onto the pitch, they are playing in red and white stripes. And they get us underway. Pescatore. Max Thompson with the ball in his arms, launches a long one. McFadden heads that down to Whittingham. Doyle to Enright. Glendon goes out wide to Green. Green crosses in. Enright, and he's put it away. A defensive mix-up, and on 20 minutes we take the lead. It looked like it had got lost. Green with the ball in, and as the ball comes in, Jenkins, I think, gets ahead to it, but he's only headed it up in the air, and Luke Enright on the volley puts it away. McFadden with a throw in. Half-hour markers come up, and that's crossed in, and Enright just wide. In fact, it's a corner. As we head towards half-time. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And we do get a highlight. A corner, in fact, from Newport. I'm sure they usually play in an orangey colour. It's obviously their away colours. And it's all over half-time. And no chance to have another go at us. But it's been pretty tame. 5 shots, 3 on target. We've had 10 shots, 5 on target. 38% of the possession. We need to wrestle some of that possession back. They've had just one little bit. We've been reasonably in control, but not capitalised on that control. Luke Enright goal on 20 minutes gives us the lead at half-time. And Enright gets the second half underway. No changes made at half-time. Whittingham, McFadden. Tazanev with the ball to arms, launches a long one. Byrne heads that on, but Jenkins picks it up in midfield, and danger is here. We have to be careful. And they've got one back. Miles McKenzie. And, well, they're not in 5th place for no reason at all. And we should, with the chances that we've had, have blown them away by now. And defensively, that was poor. We have a free kick. Glendon with a free kick. Chips this one in. It's headed away. Harper. Green. And he's tucked it in. In fact, it was an own goal. Miles McKenzie. I don't know. We got a deflection or what. But We'll see. Harper chests it down. Yeah, it did. It was going in the right side, this side, and Mackenzie put it beyond his goalkeeper. 72 minutes on the clock. We're just going to look. We did have a little bit of a change and a play around at half time, but I think we're going to go back to as we were, because I'm not sure that is working particularly well. Harper's not had such a good day out there today. We're going to put Doyle. Harper drops into here. In fact, Doyle's on the wrong side there. Just realised Harper needs to be over there. Doyle can play as a pressing. No, just have him as a central midfielder. Glendon dropping back into that defensive midfield position. Right, let's have a look. Green, again, has not had a good day out there. We're going to bring on Danny Elliott, who seems to like playing out there. So Danny Elliott can come on. He's fine as a winger. Do we put him as an inside winger? Maybe we do that. And one other change. Matt Whittingham hasn't played particularly well. Fasden is playing better today. I think we're just going to leave it at that for the minute. Just that one change. Trust you to make a difference. And with 82 minutes on the clock, or nearly 83, we're going to have a look for tired legs now. As I said, Whittingham hasn't played particularly well out there today. Shackelford is tired. We're going to bring on Riley for him. But Riley could play in that midfield, as I've discovered. Doyle not playing his best today. And I am tempted to just swap these over again. And we'll do the same. Because that seems to work better. And do we bring on Taylor for Whittingham? I think we bring on Taylor for Whittingham. And I'm thinking we'll do that as well. Right. Huntley for Harper. Team talk. Faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. Bit too early to say hang on to it. They punt a ball forward. Max Thompson falls on it. 85 on the clock. Let's try and see this game out if we can. I'm not sure why he's launched a long one. Don't like long ones, but this is all right. Luke Enright can finish it. And he has. James Huntley has come on and provided. And we have a 2-goal cushion. And I think we have seen off Newport County, who was a bit of a bother that they were going to cause us some problems. But Luke Enright, casual as it is, puts it in the back of the net. And we've got a 2-goal cushion. Taylor out that side has come on. Doyle. McFadden as they try and push us back a little bit. Doyle. Huntley. Taylor. Taylor finds Enright. Enright to Taylor. Taylor threads it through to Enright. Enright cuts back. McFadden. He's come off the woodwork. And Danny Elliott gets a goal. His first goal for us. In fact, it's offside. He's disallowed. And with just 5 minutes in this added time in this game, we've gone to balanced. Try and see the game out. We did get another highlight. 5 minutes are up. McFadden throws to Doyle. Back to McFadden. Back to Doyle. Glendon. McFadden, one last chance, crossed in, it's headed away. Riley into Elliott, chipped in. Riley gets another attempt. Jenkins still alive, and I think that could be it. It is it. And we've won 3-1 against Newport. Good day at the office. 18 shots, 9 of which were on target, 50%. They had 13 shots, 8 on targets. They were very good as well. We did wrestle back some of that possession in that second half, and I think that possibly made a difference. 1.76 against their 1.14. Well, that's good news. Where does it leave us in the table? Well, the day's results, and as you'll see as we go down, what we're looking for Wealdstone losing again. Rochdale beating Maidenhead United 3-0. Accrington Stanley losing to Morecambe. Altrincham beating York City. I've missed some games here. Some games on Tuesday, which we're playing in. And it doesn't look like I can't see Hartlepool. Yes, I can. They've beaten Scunthorpe by 3-2. I couldn't see them for a minute. Braintree, the other side, they lost 3-0 to Fylde, who were also near the top of the table. Let's have a look and see how the table looks after 16 matches. It's Rochdale top on 37. 1 point clear of Hartlepool in second on 36. A 3-point gap then to Fylde. We are down in 8th place on 26 points at the moment, just outside the playoff positions. 1 point behind York City. So we keep plodding along. We won 4 of our last 5. York are tripping up a little bit, so we just need to keep plodding away, and we should be okay, I would think. Newport County stay in 5th, but we close the gap to just 2 points behind them after that win today. Right, we are going away. We're going to play Sutton United, who are currently 17th in the National League. And we will also play Truro City. I nearly couldn't say that. They are 13th in the table. Hopefully we can pick up 2 results there. We're going to come back for Boreham Wood and high-flying Braintree. They're currently 6th in the table. We shouldn't be worried because Newport were 5th. Boreham Wood are 20th. So, yeah, still points to pick up here, I think. And then we will we'll see what's what. We'll see how close we are to York City, but we'll either then have back-to-back and come York and Fleetwood, or we'll do Fleetwood and Solihull Moors. Really just depends on where we are in the table and who's in front of us, etc., etc., when we get there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, do all the usual things, and it'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released. Best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is follow me on X at Just Offside 2. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode, and I hope we'll see you for the next one. It's out, hopefully, when it's out, basically. It'll be episode 21, and we'll see you then. Till then, goodbye.